Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to sir. I'm Yana binti Wan Zamri from Bachelor in Engineering Technology in Medical Electronics. Want to present about my final year project.
This is my front page of my slide. My project is Pilgrim Health and Position Tracking System. My project is about to detect pilgrims' health and position tracking during Umrah and Hajj. Okay, next slide is Introduction. First is pilgrims. In Malaysia, every year about thousands of pilgrims participate in pilgrimage for a prayer. Millions of Muslims around the world from various countries across the region gather to perform Hajj and Umrah. Okay, next is health workers, serving 500,000 pilgrims that have health condition. For example, body temperature and blood pressure. As you know that nowadays body temperature is very important because of issue COVID-19. So the people have to make sure that their body temperature in good range or not. Okay, next is tracking medical emergencies and to discover the exact location of person for in need of any help. During the Hajj season, the missing and lost case of pilgrims are detected daily. That many pilgrims got separated from their group. Okay, that's all for introduction. And next. Okay, the problem statement first is increasing numbers of pilgrims every year. As you see the graph below, it shows that the increasing number of pilgrims by year from 2009 until 2019 in Mecca. This picture is a proof of increasing number of pilgrims. Next is low numbers of health workers to serve huge amount of pilgrims. As you see the figure below, which is also same years with a graph, about 1.4 million pilgrims from outside Saudi and just 222,000 health agency employers to cover all of the pilgrims and also the people at Saudi or Mecca. Third is early detection of tracking could save lives. So that tracking also very important, which is when they need help or emergency case, they can ask for help. Okay, next. For the objective, firstly is to provide and notify the end user, which is the head of Mutawif, of critical condition and location of pilgrims by using IoT platform. Second is to develop a wearable device for monitor-based health condition of pilgrims within two parameters, which is body temperature and blood pressure during Hajj and Umrah ritual. Lastly is to design and develop a low-cost wearable device by using IoT platform. Okay, for the scope and limitation, this project is actually suitable for pilgrim when having Umrah or Hajj, and also suitable to any user when having a holiday or traveling. So the app's GPS that can be used for iPhone is for example Live 360, Google Maps, Find My iPhone, and others. And for the Android is Phone Track, FamiSafe GPS tracker apps and others. Okay, the limitation is intended for early detection and preventing of disease, and the second one is placement of sensor depending on the size of contact area. Okay, for literature review by Supriya Suryaranshi, which is use temperature sensor focus using to measure body temperature only. But I'm choose infrared digital temperature sensor because of high thermometer accuracy, small size, and low cost. Okay, second one is by Karina E. Atkinson, which is use infrared sensor, IR sensor, which is calculating dehydration levels in terms of water loss and alert that the user has to how much water is need to combat dehydration. And the third one is by Dr. Sharat Jadbai, which is use heartbeat sensor, The heartbeat sensor work on the principle of photophotismograph. According to that principle, the changes in the intensity of the light passing through organ will measure the changes in volume of blood in the organ. But I'm using piezoresistive pressure sensor because the sensor is a low cost and for industrial application with various sensitivities. Okay, for the block diagram, firstly the input. The input is the body temperature circuit and also the blood pressure circuit. Okay, and then the process is the data acquisition from input circuit to microcontroller ESP32 not MCU. Okay, next is the output. Okay, the output is smartphone application, which is a Blink cloud server. Blink is a hardware agnostic IoT platform with wide label mobile apps, private clouds, device management, data analytics, and machine learning. And it just makes Internet of Things simple. Okay, for the hardware, first picture is the MLX 9614 sensor, which is the contactless infrared digital temperature sensor. Is an infrared thermometer. This sensor is a small size and low cost. And the second one is the microcontroller ESP32 Not, which is to boot in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth for IoT usage. And the third one is the piezoresistive pressure sensor, is to detect the blood pressure. And the last one is the GPS tracking sensor, which is the NB-IoT. This sensor can send short voice message, which is the thing of emergency response equipment. Yeah, basically, I'm just using Arduino IDE as my software because the Arduino IDE is so simple and easy to use and a very friendly software. Next is the project flowchart. Firstly, when you wear the project on your wrist, you will touch the screen or button, and then the system will measure body temperature, blood pressure, and also GPS. If the system cannot detect, it will end and rotate to the start again. Then, after detect the result, it will give the result of the body temperature, blood pressure, and GPS. And then, the normal body temperature is 36.5 to 37.5 Celsius, and the fever is 37.5 above. Okay, for normal blood pressure, for systolic blood pressure is below 120, while diastolic is below 80. Okay, when the result is normal, the result only sent to the pilgrim through apps. When got the fever or abnormal result, the result will sent to the head of Mutawif. Okay, for the expected result as an example, okay, firstly is display of pilgrim's body temperature. And the second one is display of pilgrim's location. But the location, it will send the result to the app. So just use the GPS apps for detect the location. Okay, as you see here, this is the others expected result, which is using the apps. You just log in your ID and the result will appear at the app. So you just check in the app. Next, for the Gantt chart, which is my activity for final year project 1 during this semester, which is week 1 to week 18, as you see here. For the conclusion, firstly, health challenging during Hajj or Umrah ritual, which is the early detection of disease can save someone's life. And next is reduce the burden of health services. Second is future work. It could be applied on any wearable device available on the market and could replace conventional tabung haji identification bracelet. And the limitation, this project also intended for early detection of disease as only measure two parameters, which is body temperature and blood pressure. That's all from me. Thank you.